there are things that happen at the end of this season which definitely change their relationship. And if we ever get to revisit it again, it will be in a different place, and there will be all sorts of reckonings to be dealt with. So it's an evolving process.
I love this show, and this season is incredible, and you both are just fantastic in it.
Oh, thank you.
Let's end there.
That's fine.
Let's
We're done.
What was it like collaborating with Neil Gaiman on a new original story this season versus last season's adaptation?
Well, we'd always known from the beginning of season 1 that there was more story that Neil and Terry Pratchett had worked out. They just hadn't written it down, but they had sort of developed the storylines and the possibilities for the characters quite far. And in fact, some of that got put into season 1. So, for instance, the angel Gabriel isn't in the book, so that was and the angels were added to it. So we were always aware that there was more story to come, but we never assumed. I mean, we just thought that it was going to be the episodes of series 1, and that would be it. So the idea of going further was always a possibility because we knew that there was more. But the reality of doing another season sort of developed, really, didn't it? It sort of crept up on us.
Yeah.
Really.
But working with Neil is a joy because he's genuinely collaborative. I mean, the story is his and the scripts are his, but he enjoys kind of discussing ideas, and he gets a thrill out of what everybody else brings to it in terms of design and costume and makeup, and he's very much he is a sort of natural collaborator, and it's such a pleasure to have him around as a resource. And also just as a fan, because he's so sort of enthusiastic about the whole experience.
So I guess within the parameters of what he and Terry had already discussed and thought about, I think he very much enjoyed watching how this relationship and these characters sort of developed through series 1, and was able to then marry what he and Terry had worked out with what we were sort of bringing to the characters, I guess. So it felt very collaborative, even though it's Neil who wrote it.
It's fantastic. And then how has your understanding of Crowley and Aziraphale evolved from when you first read the script or even the book to now?
Well, I suppose it keeps developing, doesn't it? I mean, this series gives us lots of new insights into how their relationship came to be what it is and how they have sort of coaxed and teased each other along the millennia. So I suppose it keeps developing, but you know, there are things that happen at the end of this season which definitely change their relationship. And if we ever get to revisit it again, it will be in a different place, and there will be all sorts of reckonings to be dealt with. So it's an evolving process.
It's definitely deepened, I think. I mean, I'm thinking back to when I first read the book when I was, I think, about 20 or something in the early 90s, I guess. My understanding of the book then was based on how old I was and my understanding of life, and that has obviously changed as time has gone on. But I think I think as we've played the characters more, and as it's gone on into the series 2, the complexity of what's going on with them and between them just seems to grow and grow in a way that I find really exciting and interesting to explore and to play. And so, I hope that can continue, because who knows where it'll go. I think there's so much possibility with these characters, I think.
I agree. I really hope we get a season 3, because I just want so much more.
Thank you.
And then, David, you're returning to another very beloved character of yours soon. What was it like jumping back into Doctor Who after all this time?
Well, it's been a while. 15 years or so, yeah, but I just wanted to make sure I could still run as fast, and I seem to have got away with it.
I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk to me. Like I said, the show is fantastic. You're both amazing this season, and I want so many more seasons.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Lovely speaking to you.